South Korea's KF-21 will have full-fledged multi-role capabilities from 2027 onwards as Seoul is pushing for early integration of various bombs and ground attack missiles ahead of schedule. The plan pushes forward the fighter's development timeline by some 18 months and is a clear indication that the program is moving ahead smoothly. The plane that will initially replace the South Korean Air Force's legacy F-5E and Fs and retired F-4Es was approved for development in 2015 with the final design being fixed in 2019. Seoul allocated some 8 billion won for the fighter, with the first flyable airframe being unveiled to the public in April 2021. Reflecting the updated plan, the Defense Acquisition Program Administration or DAPA ground attack weapons testing has started this month. Going into details, DAPA said it has kicked off a 700 billion won testing program involving coordination with the South Korean Air Force, the Agency for Defense Development, and other relevant firms to verify 10 air-to-surface weapons that can be used by the fighter jet. It added that the armament test will first check the safe separation of different weapons from the jet on the ground, followed by verifying their release mechanism on actual flights. Military sources said that while most of the weapons to be integrated are short to medium-range precision ordinance, two are heavy and capable of delivering a large payload over long distances. These include a 3,000-pound long-range guided bomb under development by South Korea and the 2,000-pound Mk-84 manufactured by US-based GDOTS. Domestic defense companies such as LIG Next One's Korean GPS-guided bomb and Hanwha's Mk-82 are also some of the weapons to be tested going forward. In addition, US-based Raytheon Technologies and Boeing's GBU air-to-surface missile lineups are also checked for use on Korea's next-generation fighter. Meanwhile, flight tests for the KF-21's air-to-air missiles all met design and functional verifications, with the plane having already conducted live-fire tests with short-range and beyond visual-range air-to-air missiles in 2024. The jet will initially be able to fire off the European AIM-2000 Iris-Ts and Meteors, followed by US-made missiles and eventually missiles made in South Korea. If all additional ground ordnance tests prove successful, the export potential of the KF-21 will be bolstered significantly, as most nations prefer a multi-role jet over a purely air-to-air combat plane. Of the original plan for the KF-21, 40 planes in the Block 1 will have only air-to-air capabilities, with the 80 Block 2 jets to have credible ground attack firepower. The first serial production KF-21s will be delivered to frontline squadrons starting as early as the first half of 2026. Reflecting this, defense sector sources said Tuesday that the latest test will serve as a crucial milestone for the country's defense industry as a whole and will lay the foundation for South Korea to make inroads into the highly competitive global jet fighter market. Countries that have expressed interest in the jet besides Indonesia, which will get the planes under an existing contract, are the Philippines, which already operate the F-A-50 light attack fighter, and an undisclosed Middle East country that has bought Korean weapons in the past.